6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes for the Oil Brothers. Got to stick together sometimes. Evening all. Welcome to the 6th episode of Oil Brothers, a collaboration between Baz and Martin, a City fan. Please like, share, subscribe, hype both channels. It's free and really helps to spread the word. Join Through Black and White Eyes, 99p. Donating. Use super chat at the bottom right-hand corner. All profits donated to charity. The link for Martin's channel is right at the very top of the description, so please go and support his channel as well. Please adhere to standard community guidelines, keep comments respectful, and of course, enjoy the show. Evening, Gary. Evening, Lauren. Hope you're well. Bet you had a lovely Chinese the other night. But there we go. Right. This is going to be a fun show. Martin says he wants to have a rant tonight, so I'm really looking forward to listening to that. We'll bring Martin in now. How are we doing?
Evening.
Evening, Governor. We've got a lot to talk about. We've obviously got 2 games to discuss tomorrow. We've got the weekend's fixtures to go through. It's going to be good. And we've got Ed joining us as well. Hey, he's on camera as well.
Yes. I'm at work right now, so I'm trying to make sure the signal and everything's good.
I was just about to say, you work in an electronics store there with your lovely blue, looking smart. Love it.
You might not like Ed's questions when he finishes with you, Baz.
Hey.
Oh, we have a long show to look forward to. It's lovely. I ended everybody to chat, like as always, man. I know. What was my last question to you, Baz, before the last one? Eddie Howe.
Yes.
Howe.
What about him?
Lovely. Dan Burn at left back. Lovely.
Played Dan Burn at left back for like 2 seasons in total, I reckon. Wasn't he a left back at Brighton? There you go.
He was left back at Brighton.
I'm out of this. Don't include me in this.
I'm not including you, but Dan Burn was a left back at Brighton. Not remember that famous touch at the Etihad from Dan Burn when you were playing Brighton, when he brung it down from 50 yards in the air and skinned you forward and Pep applauded on the touchline. That was at left back.
Well, that was a distant memory from what we saw last weekend.
We played Dan Burn at left back for height reasons, for set pieces.
He's there to totally shit stirring, you know.
It's fine. It's good. I like it. It's no harm in shit stirring. There is a lot to go through though, but I want to start off with something that I think was absolutely lovely to see on social media, on Facebook. Of course, you never see this kind of crap on. I say crap. I call loads of things crap, but this really touched me, and I thought this was great to see, and it's great to share some positivity for a change. So very hard to read it, I understand, but there was someone who was unfortunately just been diagnosed with cancer. Basically, he don't think he's going to last till Christmas. So the family put out saying, it'd be really nice to get him into a nice warm box to watch a Newcastle game. Anyone who could help, and someone reached out and said, "Yep, you can have my box." So. Thanks to the community, the Newcastle family, who were willing to basically put their own, enjoyment aside for somebody else who, this is probably going to be one of his best last memories. So it's nice to see that sort of thing spread on social media, because we know how much shit spreads very quickly. So I think it's nice to try and spread some positivity around for a change. So well done to Helen and everyone else who chipped in for Helen. Yeah, hope he has a great day, basically. So yeah, some positivity for a change. Yes. Smash the subscribe button. Big up to all the chat. Welcome, and let's go and smash those likes. Right. Anyway, 2 big games tomorrow. Obviously, we're playing our first 5:45 Champions League game. I don't think we had one of those 2 years ago when we were playing in the competition. I think they were all 8 o'clock. So you guys have obviously done this a lot and been in our position. Have you played anyone from Belgium before?
Have we?
Yeah, I think we
Club
have.
Bruges, right? Haven't we played Club Bruges before?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Club Bruges.
Yeah, we played
Yeah,
Club
Club
Bruges
Brugge,
before. Yeah.
yeah.
What are Newcastle going to expect? You guys are the experts.
No, I mean,
expect.
it's any Champions League night, is special, and I think this is actually their first time in the Champions League for a very long time. So with any team like that, it's kind of similar to you guys coming in a few years ago, right? Like every night was raucous. You're going to support the lads. It's going to be very loud atmosphere. And that's going to be, hopefully you guys have the experience now to handle that type of atmosphere. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of energy in the building for sure.
Yeah, I think they play with a 50-50 pitch, don't they? Like a bit more prosthetic.
Well, it's not their actual like home turf, just because I think maybe due to regulations they had to use a different place. So I don't know how the conditions will be on the pitch.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I can't. I mean, obviously, yeah, there are a couple of clubs that were mentioned. Anderlecht obviously was one of the clubs we have played. Genk. I don't know if we've both played Genk. I know you have. I don't know if we have or not. I can't remember them. But this is obviously a team we've never really heard of. And those games can be very difficult, can't we? When we look at that Karabag, never heard of them before. And they went to, was it Porto or Benfica? And we were 2-0 down after about 20 minutes and won the game 3-2.
That was Benfica. That's why they sat the manager.
Benfica, yeah. I mean, that was huge, but I've never heard of Karabag before. So these teams,
yeah, I've heard of it. They played. Is it Liverpool and Madrid? I'm sure they played them as well.
I think they did, yeah. And Union St. Gallies, I've never really heard of them as a football team and didn't think they were a powerhouse in Champions League. So it's going to be, these teams are the ones that I worry about because they've got a point to prove, haven't they? And they're the hardest ones to get over. Obviously, we're away from home.
Top of the league too.
Yeah. And yous have got Monaco away. I don't really know how their season's going. What do you fancy your chances?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd fancy our chances against anyone right now.
Yeah, I know they're going to have a player out, a winger out that a lot of teams in Europe are looking at. I think Aguilush. I think he's not. Right. I think he's a doubt for the game. And also, the last Champions League game they had against Bruges was 5-1. So I mean, they're going to probably come out. They're going to probably try to come out and probably rectify that. Because they probably weren't thinking about dropping points there. But, I like what Martin said, how the team is playing right now, the confidence we're playing with right now, I'm not going to this game thinking about drawing. I'm going to this game thinking about winning.
No, I'm going there to win about 2 or 3-0.
Yeah, that confident.
Yeah, and I would say the same next week as well when we play Villarreal.
Yeah, I'd expect you to beat them. I don't know if Villarreal did they obviously qualified outright, but they haven't been in the Champions League for a while, have they?
No. I mean, we played
Europa League a few times, haven't they?
Actually. We have played Villarreal a few times. Listen, I'm going to say it. I'm confident that we're playing with anyone at the moment. I have a lot of confidence in the team. I think we're showing a lot of free-flowing football again. The big man's hungry.
He does look hungry. He's scoring goals. Rodri's looking better now as well.
Rodri's fit again, yeah.
What about Cherki? He looks like he's going to be missing for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's back, but there is there's backing train. You know this, Baz. Backing train.
Yeah, backing train.
There's a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, of course there is. Bernard Silva being the captain.
Yeah, it was hinted he will be having his last ever season at Manchester City today.
Martin, the chat I'm in, they're like, "Oh, that means he's staying." I'm like, "Come on, guys, let's not try to
No, it
spin
doesn't
it."
mean it's staying at all.
Yeah, come on, man. Like,
why would he say it's time to concentrate on Manchester City?
yeah,
He's
exactly.
talking about Manchester City.
Exactly.
That's just PTSD.
Yeah, we're playing at Anderlecht's ground because obviously it's a bigger capacity. I forgot about that. Forgot it got moved because of that. I also know a lot of Newcastle fans who have gone over there, so it's going to be very, very interesting. We'll come on to teams later on because I've got no idea what Newcastle are going to do. But we'll jump back to the weekend. Thumping win for you guys. Absolutely smashing Burnley. Give you a little bit of a scare after you went 1-0 up and they pulled it back. Took a little while for you to get back into the lead again. Were you happy with the performance?
I was. Ed wasn't.
No. Okay. Why you always trying to do this, Martin? No, first half was bad. As you know, sometimes when you're playing these teams in the down the division, sometimes after you score, you can kind of lull.
Yeah.
For a while. It's because you feel like you're in control of the game, things are going good, you score, and then like you take your foot off the gas, right?
Yeah.
And that's what basically happened to us in the first half. We took our foot off the gas, we had a good 15-20 minutes, and then we let them settle into the game, get a few passes together, and before you know it, once teams do that in the Premier League, they gain momentum and they can score on you. And that's what happened to us.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock when I checked the scores again. It was 1-1. I thought, is there a shock on the cards?
But it wasn't.
Obviously, there wasn't.
Because, see, this is what I mean. This is people look at scores and they look at things. That the game was nowhere near like that.
Yeah, the second half, we dominated the second half. Yeah,
even in the first half, City just took the foot. I think City could have gone 1-0 up early on in the game.
Right.
Jeremy Doku, by the way, is unplayable right now. Absolutely unplayable.
He seems to have got that lease of life now that he doesn't have Jack Grealish up his backside anymore. He seems to.
He's been played different. He's not being asked to just hug the touchline and run down it.
Yeah.
He's now being told to invert and come inside and actually think about what he's doing, which is, I think he's, as I call it, he's been Pep Lindified at the moment. Right.
But we've seen, and I think this goes back to coaching. Like you said, Mark, right? Like,
I don't think Burnley had any momentum.
We saw that version of him when he plays for Belgium. He does play really well for them, and in the simpler roles, he's around the box for them. And so a lot of fans were saying, why can't we get him in those positions? But it seems like the coaching staff has, tried to do something different with him this season.
Yeah. Yes. It's a shame he didn't do that with Grealish because he just needs to be left free, didn't he? 2 own goals, though. That was a bit of a shock to see as well. Were they just basically someone else was going to tap them in?
Phil Foden was going to, there was people at the back post ready to knock them in.
Right. Yeah.
It was one of them 50-50. And if on the first one, if the guy hadn't put it in the net, Phil Foden was putting it in the net.
Yeah.
Fair shout. Did you watch our game on Sunday?
I did. To be honest, thought you were piss poor.
We were.
Battered to post to post.
You disappointed me.
We were very poor. There was no tempo to our game. I thought Bruno and Joe Linton were a shadow of themselves when they normally play in a game like this. You normally look at them two, and if they have a good game, we're playing well. If they have a bad game, it was just shite, to be fair. The only... we played it back. We played 4-3-3, but it was a 4-5-1 out of possession. We lacked creativity again. But so did Arsenal, really, in a way. They opened us up probably twice. They really opened us up. And that was when Trossard hit the post early on. And that other one with that lovely flick over the top. And he then headed it towards goal, and Pope made a great save. I would say they were the two opening up of our defence. But other than that, I thought we handled them quite well, and it just shows you 3 goals scored all came from corners and 3 corners, wasn't it? I know 2 of them were short corners, but they were a carbon copy. Play it short, whip it in.
I thought they ran the game from start to finish.
No, they did, but they didn't really open us up other than twice.
They more just pinned you guys back, right? Like you guys weren't able to really get on the ball and really settle into the game, and you guys were just. And I don't know if that was a tactical thing, with how it was going for. We're trying to hit them on the counter, or because you guys just even when you guys did get the ball, you couldn't really do much with it.
We couldn't keep it, which was the worst thing about, which normally we're very, very good at with the 3 we have in midfield. But their 3 in midfield bossed us all game, really. But again, it could have been a very different story. Gabriel should have been sent off. And I don't care how much contact there is, you cannot, to a 6'7" man, not deliberately put the hands in someone's face when he's 6 foot. He's had to go like this and put his arm into Voldemort's face. That is a sending off. Would you agree with that?
I'll let you go first, Ed.
I mean, I understand the thought process, but I think this is maybe where, Newcastle's, image plays a role into it, because people view you guys as a combative team, as a physical team. So I think sometimes referees, because we could also talk about Joe Linton too, right? Joe Linton did do something questionable. I remember he did something questionable in the first half. There
was a tackle, but there wasn't exactly like going in and forearm.
It wasn't like that.
In the face. Do you know what I mean? There's a big difference. He took Saka out quite early, which potentially could have been a yellow card, and then potentially could have got a second yellow card in the second half. But the game-changing moment for me is Gabriel stays on the pitch. If he doesn't stay on the pitch, that was like 34, 35 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
They're down to 10 men.
Yeah,
and where we will probably be more the dominant team at that point, and we could have gone on and beaten them. How are referees missing that, and how is VAR missing it? The referee didn't see it. Voldemort chased after the referee to say, "Did you see that? He's just smashed me in the face." And the reason why VAR didn't look at it, which I think is absolutely, this is Sky Sport pundits, by the way, that's not a red card because he didn't go to the floor. If he went to the floor, it would have been a red card. What's the difference?
It's the same thing with penalties, though, right? Players stay up in the penalty box.
Stay on your feet, don't give it. Yeah. You go down, you get given. That's the thing that really, really frustrated me on that game on Sunday. Is because Voldemort was a man and he stayed on his feet. They didn't look at it. Had he went down, everyone would be saying that's a red card.
Yeah.
And that changes the game. And that to me was frustrating. Nick Pope got away with one. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on that? I mean, he did touch the ball with his foot. Everyone's saying, well, just because you touch the ball, it's still a penalty because he's took the man out as well at the same time. I mean, I thought that's what tackling was all about.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think there was some very dodgy decisions in that game. Full stop. I thought the Pope one, I think both teams should have had a penalty.
Oh, so our last one with the hand in the air.
Yeah,
that smashed it across the head. So that's a different one, isn't it? We'll talk about that one soon.
Yeah, the Pope one for me was a penalty.
Yeah.
I always look upon it, if that was my team, am I screaming penalty?
If it's against you and you go,
you're screaming penalty. Yeah, I think it was a penalty. I don't think. Listen, the thing is with Pope, and I'm a bit troubled with Eddie Howe's tactics at the minute. Is he trying to be Pep Guardiola? See, because it's playing out from the back still. Was you doing that last season?
Yeah. We've always tried to play out from the back, but we got Nick Pope, and this is why we've always complained about it, because Nick Pope is
Okay.
Bambi on
That's
ice
what
when he's
I'm
got the
only
ball
asking
at his
'cause I
feet.
don't know.
Yeah. But this is why we get frustrated as fans, because we haven't got a top quality goalkeeper who can play with his feet. So it really puts us under pressure, because he does try to play out from the back. And even when he's kicking long, he's terrible. You've seen how many times it goes out of play. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so you think it's a penalty? That's fair enough. I mean, it's a hard one to argue. The rules of the way they're written are stupid, because he does get the ball. So why is it a penalty? Because then he takes the man out, second of all. But when you do that in midfield and you get the ball and you take the player down, it's just play on. So it's a frustrating one. Now, the penalty at the end, the handball one, the reason why it wasn't given is I said it deflected off his shin. And if it deflects off another part of the body onto the hand, apparently, in the rules, it's not a penalty. Then you read the sub-rules, and the sub-rules of it saying, if it's a slight deflection and the player's got an outstretched arm, like he's making himself bigger, then it's still a penalty. Yeah. So then it's still a penalty.
I thought it was a
don't go
penalty.
down on the floor like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a penalty.
It's weird though, isn't it? But the reason why they didn't give it is because they said it deflected off his shin. Now, I watched it quite a few times, the replay from behind the goal, and it's the clearest thing I've got. I couldn't even see a deflection.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is how's the referee seen that deflection not to give the penalty, and then for VAR to say that it did deflect and hit his arm. Surely the referee should have given the penalty, and then it should have been VAR to find enough evidence to overrule it. Not to our bollocks. Nobody does now. VAR is terrible. So is that referee as well. We had Reno on last night from TikTok, who's an Arsenal fan, and he is, he knows his stuff. He's played at semi-pro level and all this sort of stuff, and he cannot stand that referee. He's refereed 4 of Arsenal's games out of 6, and he doesn't know how because he's a Liverpool fan. Now, the rules are when you're a referee, you can't be involved in games that affect the league positions of the teams that you support. Which Arsenal does.
Because otherwise, we're never.
It's tough, isn't it?
Any referee doing any game, because there's always going to be a conflict somewhere. Anthony Taylor lives in Altrincham, and his whole family are Man United season ticket holders, and he was the ref in the derby. Sometimes you just have to presume these refs are going to be honest. I know that's hard to believe, but you also get. I think it's a rule that bothers me, because as fans, we're looking at the referee and where he's from. Then we're believing in tin hats and getting our tinfoil hats on and everything else, and it becomes an excuse for your team not doing the business on the pitch.
Agree. Yeah, because
that's why
I get that. Yeah, that was the worst. I mean, the conspiracy theories are massively out on that one. Obviously, 2 years ago, we're away to PSG. We're 1-0 up. PSG are looking like they're going to be knocked out of the competition because we're going to go through instead. Up pops the referee when the ball blatantly hits off Tio Livanento's knee, goes into his arm, which is in a natural position, not one of these ones where it's right up here. It was like, by very close proximity to where the ball deflected off his knee, and the referee gives the penalty. Mbappe scores, and the rest is history, isn't it? And it's all, they don't want PSG knocked out of the competition this early. So, I mean, how the hell did they get that wrong? I mean, I'm still a bit bitter by that one. Normally, I let things slide.
I can tell you
that. Normally water off a duck's back with me when it comes, but that was a tough one to take. How well we defended that night. It's become a bit of a trend that Newcastle are conceding a bit more late winners, equalisers than usual. Mentality issue. Just asking, since I see NUFC put on the handbrake in the last 15 minutes too much. I don't think we put the handbrake on Sunday. I think Arsenal just went into 6th gear and we didn't have an answer to it. And we looked at our bench. I mean, this is the issue I have, is that you look at Arsenal's bench and you look at Newcastle's bench. far more quality to come on and change a game on our bench. On our bench, we had a Sula. And I know I always seem to gripe about him, but he's not a top 6 striker. He's not even a top 10 Premier League striker. So, and they're bringing Odegaard on. Do you know what I mean? Which is, it's mental to think because they are just so much better.
But why wasn't Lewis Hall in the squad though? Because
no, he's just come back from injury and he played against Bournemouth and Bradford, so they were managing his minutes. I think Eddie Howe's got a lot wrong recently when it comes to resting players and managing their minutes. He's done them in the wrong games. So I would have rested Lewis Hall on Wednesday night because it's Bradford. No disrespect to them, but you expect to, you know, put out a half-decent team and get the job done and then move on to the weekend, which is the bigger game. So to play Lewis Hall almost for 90 minutes in that game, I think he did. He did Joe Linton as well and Bruno. You know, why are you playing them two for 90 minutes when the game was won? Get them off. Get them rested. Get them ready for Sunday. And I think that's all. I think he's been very poor with his managing the minutes of players. And I know rotation has to be done, but you've got to do it right. Otherwise, people are going to start looking at it and going, yeah, he's getting a few things wrong at the moment.
I think they are looking at him, mate.
I think a lot of fans online are, yeah, 100%.
But Bass, do you think, and this always happens, right? Like, do you think the good start your neighbors is having, is that also adding to the pressure and the scrutiny?
Who? I don't care about them, mate. I really don't.
I'm saying though, right? I'm just saying, like,
tonight.
Who?
No. I'm just saying, like, does that add to the pressure and scrutiny though? Because, as you know, fans are always going to look at them and then saying, "Why are we here?"
You look at the teams they've played, then you look at the teams we've played. We got beat by Liverpool in the 90s in 10th minute of extra time. We got beat off Arsenal 96 minutes in extra time. You know, we drew away to Aston Villa, which is a good point in my eyes. The only game I'm really disappointed with was Leeds away. So I look at the start and the teams, and you look at the start that they've had. I won't even mention their name on here, unless we're playing them. They've played some very winnable fixtures, and they've had to win them because they've got a really difficult run coming up. So ask me that question in 5 games' time.
No, I'm just saying because, you know, people don't do context anymore, right?
Too early in the season to be talking about that for me. We're notorious for bad starters. This is just a normal for us. Last 2 years we've done this. We've been absolutely terrible, slow, and then gone on a run that no one expects us to. We went on a run last season of something like 13, 14 games unbeaten, and we won 12 of them. And that's the sort of run we are capable of going on again. And we're probably going to need to be fair. But yeah, what they're doing down the road, it's got no bearing. Not unless it carries on. If it does carry on, there's a lot of sick Geordies online, I can tell you that. But they're the ones who keep bringing it up. We're not. We're not really that interested, but they're trying to throw it down.
You're reposting tweets. You're doing your fair share at the minute.
Yeah, there was a good one though. I don't know if you saw that one or not, but this guy yesterday, someone's decided to pretend to be Voldemort online. You know, party accounts, people do it, don't they? Newcastle fan, I am Voldemort. So this Sunderland fan retweeted it and went, a grown man, son comes up to him and says, "Do you want to go to the park? Can I go to the park, Daddy?" And the dad goes, "Sorry, son, I'm pretending to be Voldemort at the minute. Give me 10 minutes. So I then retweeted his tweet saying, his son goes to him, "Dad, I want to go to the park." And his response is, "Just give me 10 minutes, son, I'm shagging a seagull." You know, it's a bit of banter. Because that's what they're notorious for. You know, I was going to say sister, but then I thought, no, because that's going beyond the line a little bit. But there we go. We've done all that in the past. We don't need to go that far. Has anyone calculated how much added time roughly should be played against how long is actually added? I'm convinced certain clubs are allowed to play until they score a winner. Well, there was that conspiracy theory with Liverpool, wasn't there? With all the extra time, like 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 8 minutes. And then when they were winning, 3 minutes. And then when they were losing again, 11 minutes. So, yeah. Yes, I had no problem, mate. Whatever you need to do, you do.
I'm going to be honest. I do fear for Eddie Howe. I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of coins in the bank.
Nah, I think the credit runs out at a certain point. He's going to run out of this credit. If you don't make top 4, top 5 this season, I think he's in trouble.
Do you know what it is? I don't think he is. I'll tell you why. I think he played a strong team on Wednesday because he wants to defend that trophy. He didn't want to get knocked out in the first round after winning it. Of course you don't. But I think he played a strong team because he sees that winning a trophy again breeds confidence. And that's what he's aiming to do potentially. Is
your owners want to get in the Champions League every year. They're not here for the league.
But I think they understand the situation we're in where we've lost our striker right on deadline day. That's their fault as well. This is the owner's fault, not Eddie Howe's fault. This is the owner's fault. And then, yes, they bought in 2 strikers, but they bought them in when the season started.
See, I think you can buy that for a year or 2. I'm not buying it 5 years into it.
Yeah, but for this season, this season, if you lose Isak, and the rat, as I like to call him, and you leave Eddie Howe with a Sula up front on his own, the only striker we've got for the first few games of the season, how livid would you be as a manager?
No, listen, I fully understand that, and I get that. That's a silly question, though, isn't it?
No, it's a good question. How long? No. It's just a general question. How long?
How long do I think he'll stay? Another 4 years.
Or another 4 years.
2 he's got, and I think he'll sign another 2.
Yeah, then you'll come to Newcastle. It's a good plan. He loves Bobby Robson, remember. You'll do what Bobby Robson couldn't do for us. But no, you have to admit, we have been left shortchanged at the start of the season when it comes to our transfer activity, all because of the off-the-field. Yeah, exactly. It's the owner's fault, and it's the backroom staff that we've got that were left Eddie in the crap because one of them just decided to run off when he was on holiday. So, I think this season they're going to look at it and go, "Sorry, Eddie, we left you short. Do the best that you can. We'll back you in January as well," which I think they will. I think we'll sign 1 or 2 players in January, which we very rarely do. And I think the last time we signed someone in January was when we first got took over. But I think they know they've left us short and they'll want to push on and try and finish high in the season. But I think we are looking at 5th, 6th, 7th at best this season. 5th would be a miracle, I think, after the start we've had. But we said that last year.
That was about the conversation we had a few weeks back. This yo-yoing in and out of the Champions League. It doesn't help anything long term.
No. Especially sponsorships.
Yeah, exactly. But when you are trying to get these sponsorships, you need to be in that top competition year in, year out. And listen, I fully understand the Eddie Howe love, and then I get, he's brought you a trophy and everything else. But I'm just seeing a few little silly decisions he's making at the minute. And I'm thinking, you're not what you do. And then his comment the other day in the press conference about he basically admitted that he wants Premier League proven players. And he prefers.
Yeah, he does like that. He does prefer it, which is, I know, especially when we signed Botman, who wasn't Premier League proven. We signed Bruno,
that's what
who
I mean.
Premier League proven. Tonali,
players all came from outside of England. And he's on about buying. He's outside of England. Bruno Gomes outside of England. Joe Linton when he outside of England.
Yeah, all his best players.
I wouldn't class Joe Linton
outside of England. Botman outside of England.
Yeah,
he's got a better track record with his players outside of England than he does with his players in England. So I don't know what the obsession is.
Either do I. He thinks it's easier for them to hit the ground running than it is for. I understand that. I understand that in January, because it's such a short period of time.
Yeah,
But
I get that.
if you're buying them at the start of the summer and then you're giving them weeks to bed into the squad and into that, I don't understand that argument at all. And we've mentioned that quite a lot through the transfer window, saying it's time to forget this Premier League proven rubbish because they cost more. They cost more for a start. The wages are going to be bigger, and they're harder to do deals with because other Premier League clubs don't want to sell to you because they're strengthening you and weakening them.
I don't know. I think Eddie Howe's been a magnificent manager for you, but I will keep saying it's on blue in the face. Just my opinion. Shoot me down. To go to the next level, he will not get you there.
I don't know.
I don't think he'll get you there. He's not good enough. He hasn't got the pull on the top players. And I also.
Well, Martin, I would say this, right? I think if they miss out this
Champions League,
if they miss out this season, I think they will give him another year just because of the summer and how that was more of an organization issue. Yeah. So I think they'll give him another summer. It's just that if they don't make top 4 this summer, me and Martin were looking at some of your players. You guys have a good number of players with 2 years left.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes.
By the way, you know yourself, and I've kept it quiet in the summer, but we had another nibble in the summer. We got told to politely piss off, but we did have another nibble.
You did.
They will go back for a third nibble.
Do you really think
they will?
Yeah, I don't think Bruno's ever going to leave our football club unless he's sold. I think that's the difference.
That guy's thing I'm trying to win.
See,
and then I was reading something too, Baz, that Forest want $8 million for Wilson, that their director of football.
Oh, I thought you meant Callum Wilson.
No. For the DOF, they want $8 million.
For who?
For the DOF from Forest, they want $8 million.
Oh, right, the DOF that we're trying to sign. I thought he was running out of contract, but there we go. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I mean, 8 million's nothing. Again, does that 8 million go against PSR when it comes to someone who's a DOF?
That I don't know. I don't know if staff, because I know wages to managers does. So surely DOFs would as well, wouldn't it?
I don't know because I don't know. It's
a good question. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to find
because
out.
if it's not going against PSR, 8 million's nothing, isn't it? It's like short change.
I know investment into the stadiums and all that.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, because we put 100-odd million in recently.
By the way, it's not true. A story I read this week that your owners don't want to fund the stadium fuller.
They don't want to 100% fund it. Yeah, which is fair enough. It's a lot of money. We're talking about £1 billion, aren't we? So what they're trying to do is build the stadium, but get the sponsors in early to help pay for the.
Baz, they have $1 billion. They have £1 billion. They have $1 billion.
Oh, of course they do. Of course they do.
Did they just buy EA Sports for 55 mil?
I'm saying it now. I'm questioning your owners' loyalty in this.
Well, I mean, they have no loyalty, do they? Why would they?
Do you know what I think? I'm thinking this is because I look at our owners and your owners, and it's like night and day. Night and day in the way they're running the club and the way they're talking and the way they did things. And I just and maybe it is, I don't know, but maybe it's just different opinions on it. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking they're not, it's like they're half in, half not. It's like they're not fully in this game at the minute. And it worries me that for you, because you're a great football club with a magnificent fan base and you deserve the success. So why aren't your owners fully putting their feet under the table? They seem like they're half in, half out.
I get that. But if they can get the investment from outside, remember, they're running this as a business. They've tripled their money since they bought us.
Where's
That's
the
what
love in the community? Where's the putting. I don't know.
There's a lot of money gone into the community as well. To be fair, it's just you don't hear about that side of things, do you, all the time? But they have done a lot, and I think they are here for the long run. I just don't. I thought they thought it was going to be easier than what it has been.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Did they think it was a city job and we can just go in and off we go?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not to that extent, but I thought they wouldn't have so many loopholes, roadblocks to smash through. And they thought, because they were still always going to invest correctly. I don't think they were just going to blow everyone out of the water like some people were fear of. I don't think they were ever going to do that. But I think they were expecting to be able to spend easily, say, 250 million each window without any problems. And we've struggled to be able, 2 windows, we hardly signed anyone because of PSR problems. But we were able to spend 250 million every window, which isn't a lot to them, but it is to us, obviously. That would make a big difference of where we are now as a football club.
Yeah.
And I think that they would be enjoying it a little bit more than what.
Yeah, that's the word. They don't seem like they're enjoying it at the minute.
Yeah. Well, because they can't get their own way. They're used to getting their own way, aren't they? Look at the golf. They eventually got their own way with it. EA Sports.
Well, have you heard about the boxing deal?
I haven't. No. What have they done with that?
Is it Cafe Boxing?
Right.
That's been announced. They've obviously put a lot. I don't know if it's the same company, but obviously WWE's putting a lot of investment into Saudi over there at the minute.
Yeah, well, WWE is first time WrestleMania's gone there, isn't it?
That's what I mean. They've just paid nearly $1 billion for that. So that's what I'm saying. They are willing to put money in.
Yeah, but they know the amount of money they're going to get back from that is tenfold. You're talking about a whole country, America.
But there's no way you're in it for the money then.
I think they've always. I think every business wants to make a profit, don't they? And they've seen. I reckon they've used Newcastle quite a lot because they've got their name into sport through us, haven't they? Really.
And that's what I mean. They just seem to be dipping in all the other areas, but the football one.
Yeah. It's a tough question, isn't it?
I'm going to look at it from an outsider's point of view and what Abu Dhabi United Group have done for City and what we've done from the get-go. So maybe I'm looking at it with a bit of blue-tinted glasses. I don't know. I'm looking at it in a different way. But there's something that doesn't sit right with me with it at the minute. Something's not sitting right with me.
It's a tough one because when you got took over, it was years ago now, wasn't it? And there was no regulations, no rules.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
And now your club's worth 10 times more than what they bought for it.
Listen, we had a 10-year head start, and I'm not naive enough to think we didn't have a 10-year head start. We did. And quite, it is what it is. You can't help when you get taken over. No, can I do me rant?
Of course you can.
Because I'm a bit pissed off this week.
Go on.
A little bit with our own fan base. We don't have to put me full screen. Jesus, don't scare the world, Baz.
Why not?
Give me a border then. Whoa. Put me. It's not quite Halloween yet. Still 31 days left.
Rants deserve full screen.
Yeah, I'm a bit pissed off because I think the way Manchester City have been talked about this year is pretty disgraceful.
Okay.
If I'm honest with you. I think the way we've been talked about, I think it's been very reactionary, very based on just last season. Just based on last season. So one bad season means I'm going to chuck the last 10 years away and out the door. No chance. Manchester City are fighting for this title.
Oh, it's a Kevin Keegan rant. It's a Kevin Keegan rant.
I love it. There's this belief that we're on this rebuild transition, which we are.
Yeah, transition.
We want to do this transition while still winning the title.
Yeah, of course you do.
And there's this belief. I'm sick of hearing from Arsenal fans and some Liverpool fans that we're like second fiddle and we're not involved in this. Now, fine. keep us in the shadow at your own cost.
Is that what they're saying? Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
God. Arsenal
Yes,
fans
Brad.
are the team that consistently finishes second and can't
Yes.
win anything.
They had us 4th and 5th.
Yeah,
Wow.
Chelsea was supposed to be ahead of us. Yeah.
You heard Gary Neville the other day, City out in the title race.
Wow.
Okay, then. Good luck with that. We're the top goal scorers in the league. We've conceded less than Liverpool with a so-called shit defence that's falling apart.
Well, their defence is falling apart, isn't it?
We beat United. We beat Napoli. We beat. We drew at Arsenal. Should have won there. We've beaten Burnley, thumped them. But all anyone talks about is the goal we conceded. Like conceding a goal is the worst thing in the world ever football. It's
I think it was the timing you conceded it, wasn't it? Because it was a last-minute goal, wasn't it? Again, Arsenal last minute.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Burnley one. But conceded a goal against Burnley and everyone lost their minds.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, calm down, guys. We're trying to win this title. And you know what? I'm loving the fact. It's a little bit of rant, a little bit of, okay, we'll go with it. We will be the so-called sloth, leopard in the tree, whatever you want to call us. And then you'll find out in May. But I'll tell you what, the way they're talking, they let us win this title this year. Game on Liverpool when they spent it out for Bill. And broke the record twice in one window.
Yeah.
Shame on Arsenal, who have had their biggest splurge, God knows whether. And I'm told they've got the best squad ever in the league. So you better not let us win this title. You better not. Because I'll be coming for every single person with receipts and I'm coming hard. And I will include some of our own fans in that who have down tools and given up on the team.
Really? How can you down tools when you're 5 points behind Liverpool?
Ed, explain.
Oh my God, honestly.
Well, a lot. Yeah, I just think, you know how it is, Baz, when just fans listen to rivals all the time, and you start believing what other people are telling you instead of looking at the squad you do have. And I think last season left a lot of people hurt and angry. And
it wasn't your best season, was it? To be fair, but these things happen. If they're not watched how Pep does things, like when he was at Barcelona, especially because the way I look at you guys, I mirror it quite close to Barcelona because they're the two clubs he's stayed at the longest, where he's built an empire. Now, when Pep gets found out, if you call it found out, when he doesn't win the league and he has a bit of a down season, he comes back 10 times stronger, and I think every single time he's lost the league, he's bounced back and won the league in La Liga when he was the Barcelona manager.
But Baz, there's some fans who are even questioning if Pep is the right person to lead us through this rebuild.
Wow. That's mental. I mean, I'm looking at the league table. You're 7th. Right, you've got the second best goal difference in the league. Arsenal have got plus one more. You're only 3 points behind Arsenal after playing the same amount of games, and you're only 5 points behind Liverpool after playing the same amount of games, and you've got a better goal difference by 3 goals already. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but add that up by the end of the season, that could be a point potentially. The way you're scoring goals, again, if you can just stop conceding.
Oh, well, the one I got today was we are too reliant on Haaland. I said, so what am I supposed to do? Haaland gets to 40 goals and I tell him to stop. This is the sort of argument we had sort of last season with Eze. Newcastle were too reliant on him, and there wasn't enough goals around him as well. So when you look at your whole midfield, your wingers have got to be contributing. You want at least from your attacking midfielders like Foden, Silva. He's got 2 goals.
Foden's doing all right, but by the end of the season, you want him to be hitting close to double figures, don't you? As well. If you're going to win the league, that's what you want to see. So you're on course for that. So I don't understand why there's a big hoo-ha. It's too early in the season to be talking about things like that. Far too early. I mean, we're sitting in 15th and we're 4 points behind you. Everyone's saying we're in a relegation battle. Some people are. It's like, it's 6 games played. It's not enough to look at the table and go, yeah, it's starting to settle out. I mean, a Palace are third. They're on the best run of any team. Let's face
well,
it.
they're actually undefeated in
18
20 games.
20,
18
games.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, I thought it was 21. 21 or 22.
The Europa Conference things.
Yeah, exactly. So they're on a right run. But are they going to be in the top 4 by come the end of the season? They haven't got the squad to be able to handle that, in my eyes, when it comes to Europe and also in the league. So, with respect, if you have a goal scorer like Holland, of course you rely on him. Yeah, exactly. You want him to be scoring goals because that's his job. That's what he does. He's not a creator of goals. He's a scorer of goals. That's the argument we've had for God knows how long. But the league table's too early to be saying that.
Well, Baz, that's a perfect time for me to ask you this question.
Go on.
Is Forest a must-win?
For us, at home, yes. 100%. You've got to be winning your home games. If we want to have any ambition of finishing in 5th or 6th, you've got to be beating Forest, who, at the moment, since they sacked Nuno, which was absolutely ridiculous, and they brought in the Aussie, absolutely ridiculous. And we've always beaten him as well. Ange doesn't have anything on Newcastle. It is a must-win, 100%.
Because if they beat you, wouldn't you move to like 17th or 16th?
16th, depending on Villa and goal difference and what they do in their next game. Yeah, but it'll look really bad. But we've got to be beating Forest at home, without a shadow of a doubt. I wouldn't even put that as a must not lose. It's a must win, not just because of the league position, but because of where we want to be and who we want to be. So you've got to be beating the Forest. Watch Elliot Anderson have a frigging masterclass. And plus, it's the international break coming up as well. The Forest is all that.
You don't need to run into that like that.
Yeah, we need to be going. We need some positivity going into this next international break.
So what's more important for you, tomorrow night or Sunday?
Sunday. And I said this about the Barcelona game as well. We're not a club who are going to be trying who can win the Champions League. Yes, it's great being in it because of the nights that we're going to have and all that sort of stuff. But Barcelona was always a glamorous fixture. That's all it was. It was a glamorous game. That game doesn't define our season, didn't define our Champions League campaign. Wednesday doesn't define our season. Being back in the Champions League again next season should be our main goal and our main priority, because that's your bread and butter, isn't it? It's being in the league. Champions League nights for us at the moment this is lovely, but we're not going to win the competition. So we shouldn't be throwing everything at it. We should be throwing everything at the league games to make sure we're back in that competition again, and then we can make our squad stronger, make our team stronger, and then eventually you get to a level where you get to the Champions League and you go, do you know what? We might have a chance this year. But we're nowhere near that yet. So yeah, the weekend, the Premier League is more important than Champions League fixtures.
Yeah, because in the league, man, if you don't want to be, I know you say you're used to bad starts, but
yeah,
you don't want to put yourself behind too much and then exert so much energy to catch up and then tail off at the end either.
Yeah, well, we tailed off last season and we were lucky to even finish in the Champions League spot in the end, with Villa losing to Man United at Old Trafford. Never thought I would ever be thankful to a man.
So hang on,
Go on.
I'm not letting you get away with this, Baz.
Come on, then. What do you mean getting away with what?
Why qualify for the damn competition? We don't give a damn about it.
But you know why? You know the answer to that already because we've discussed it. It's the financial situation, the financial gains. It's the sponsorship money. It's everything that allows you to build your squad faster. I do give a damn about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving we're in the competition. I'm going to love watching the games.
But top players want to win in the Champions League.
They do, but the players in this squad and this team know they're not going to win the Champions League, are they? Are we going to?
No. I agree. I agree they're not. But
I'm right, though. You know I'm right.
No, you are and you're not, because I'm thinking of it. I know you're the way you're looking at it.
Yeah.
But will your owner keep coming back to you? That your owner's going to be looking at it like that?
Well, they have to, because they're the ones who are investing into the squad, and they know the squad's not good enough. There will
I
come
think
a time.
maybe it's the way you're talking about your owners compared to the way we do. We don't look at them as investors and things. We don't. Maybe that's the way. Maybe that's what the disconnect is. I've never called any of my owners, Sheikh Mansour, called it an investor.
Well, that's what they are, though. The public investment fund, remember. So this money that's been invested into Newcastle has to be returned because it's a public investment fund, isn't it? It's the whole country's wealth. When you think about it, you're talking about pensions and all this sort of stuff. You know, that money, whenever they make an investment, they want to see an upturn on their investment, don't they? Because it's a public investment fund. So they are looking at it as, you know, we can't just keep throwing loads of money at it. We've got to see the money coming back as well at the same time.
Yeah, no, I get that, but that's why I mean, but you say that, but we're investing £350 million in a training complex, a women's team. We've got the multi-club ownership going on. We're going to buy another 2 clubs soon, which is going to be announced.
Which will all in.
I know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I didn't. You're looking at it in a very cold way.
You got to.
No, we don't. This is where
we do because it is a cold way of doing it. The money that your guys are investing is for long-term gain, massive long-term gain, because eventually you will earn a lot of money on all that. Because all those young players you'll be able to sell.
But we sing about the chairman and the owner, and we put out fancy songs. Ours is all banter and laughs and let's go.
Ours used to be.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a difference. I don't know.
Ours used to be. As soon as Amanda and Murdad left, I feel that. Do
you think that's what it was?
Club relationship. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even Jamie Rubens hardly said a thing all the way through last season. And
you know what I mean?
Always online.
Our owners, we don't look at our owners in that way, do we?
No. We look at our owners. We think our owners are willing to lose money.
True.
Yeah. If our owners lose money, we're sat there expecting them to do that.
Maybe your owners are happy to do that because they've got, it's not an.
But also, Mark, you got to understand, we're in a different.
Yeah. No.
Position.
I've never heard us. That's why I'm saying that. I'll put it in a more. The way you're talking, Baz, it sounds like the relationship's a little bit broken between the ownership and the fans.
It's not as open as what it used to be. That's probably the best way to describe it. So we used to see Amanda online, going out talking to fans, going to fan events in America. Basically, the daft thing is, this is what our owners used to be like. They only had 10%, but this is what they were like. They went to the Premier League Fans Forum in America, and her and Murdad were having competitions who could get the most selfies with Newcastle fans. I don't see anyone from PIF doing that. And you never will. Sheikh Mansour's not coming over here and going, let's see how many selfies I can get with Newcastle fans, because he's not that kind of person.
No, I agree. Sheikh Mansour
as well, isn't it?
I'll do now my barracks at nearly every single game.
Yeah.
Our chairman's at every single game now.
Yeah, ours isn't.
I think that's probably where better than our chairman's there. So
he's more interested in golf, our owner, because that's why he bought Liv, because that's why he created Liv and bought all those players over, because he loves golf.
Yeah, you probably answered my question.
Yeah, his passion is somewhere else, to be fair. He still loves football in Newcastle because he knows he's invested in something that's he will reap the rewards with eventually. I mean, I say the clubs, you bought for 350 million, it's now worth up to 850 million, close to $1 billion. That's the kind of profit everyone dreams of, isn't it, really, when you invest in something? So And then they will get more money eventually. PIF get their money investment back by being successful. That means Champions League qualification, challenging at the top. Exactly. It's got to be
Champions League. Said about Eddie Howe, David, earlier.
No. But qualifying for Champions League season after season, not one season dropping out, one season dropping out, one season dropping out, has to be the target for me. Not trophies. Trophies are lovely, and they will be lovely in the future. The Carabao Cup is kind of it's kind of settled my nerves a little bit, knowing that we finally won something. But if I was owning the club and I was running it right now, my priority would be we need to be in the Champions League for the next 4 years running. Forget the FA Cup, forget the Carabao Cup. Qualify for the Champions League 4 years running. Do well in the competition if you can, because that just brings so much more revenue into the club. That allows us to invest and to get better. Now, players like Bruno, Joe Linton, who are coming to the end of the career, probably don't want to hear that. But that's how I would run the football club personally. It would be the league is everything. And the cups are nice. Do you know what I mean? If you get a good run in the Carabao Cup, then maybe we can throw a little bit of attention to it again. But that wouldn't be my priority come the start of the season. My priority would be top 5, because I think 5 will be Champions League again. This is where you need to be this season. And I know we're in the Champions League, but we need to be in it next season. Because
Liverpool is losing. Wow.
Yeah, they're losing 1-0. It could be worse now. I don't know.
Where have you been?
I know that. I even put that up in the chat.
Well, I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone, so I can't see the chat.
Right. Okay. Yeah, the half-time 1-0. Chelsea are winning 1-0. And Atletico Madrid are winning 3-0 at home. And
apparently my boys running the show, Ed.
Bayern Munich are 4-1 up. Harry Kane 4-2.
Gundogan. You're talking about Gundogan.
Yeah.
Running the show.
Inter are 2-0 up as well at home to Slava Prague.
That's another Unk who's having a great season over there. But Bass, this is the question, right? Like,
we covered that, Davey.
This was the question, right? Like, so who would you see leaving more? Would you see Tonali leaving before Bruno?
He's going shopping. Shopping.
Jesus. He's got 3 years left on his contract.
2 years in the summer, yes.
2 years in the summer. If he does not sign a new contract, then yes. I think Tonali could potentially leave. However, do we have the ambition to keep him? And does he have the ambition to stay in the Premier League? Does he want to go home? I don't know. I don't think he ever really wanted to come to Newcastle when we first signed. I think AC Milan knew what was going on and shipped him out for 50 million. I mean, for that player, that's an unbelievable price when you think about it. So I think there was something dodgy in it. And I mean, he owes us. He owes the fans. He's really repaying it in his performances. Will he think in 2 years' time or maybe a year's time, because we'll have to sell him, won't we, really? We don't want him to go on a free. Does he think he's repaid the fans enough? That'll be for him to decide. But there's a 30-40% chance he could leave before anyone. I'll give you that one because of the situation of his contract. And if we don't tie him down to a bigger one, we could be in trouble. No, Ed has been on camera. He's now driving home. He's got his phone on hands-free kit, so he's allowed. Don't worry. And the rules are different in America. They're allowed to plow through things and get away with it. So it's okay if he crashes. Don't worry. The one that this is how I see our situation right now. We've sold the Rat. That's given us 2.5 years of freedom, sort of freedom in the transfer market. To be able to carry on that freedom, as Martin said in the past, you've got to sell to be able to do that. So then there could be another star that leaves to allow us to carry on that freedom. And I think if the rules can change a little bit, which they might do in 2 years' time, I think Joe Linton could go to Saudi Arabia and go at a decent price. And then that will free up the spending again for a bit. And then 2 years' time after that, Bruno will go to Saudi and that'll free up the spending again if he keeps his value. Sounds good, doesn't it?
You've got it all planned out. I like it.
I was about to say nothing ever goes to plan though.
Nope, that is so true. And we'll probably end up losing Voldemort in 2 years' time to Liverpool for a record fee of 150 million. Do you know the great? I had there was a great picture. I don't know if you've seen it, but Newcastle fans are obviously trolling Liverpool fans at the moment because basically they bought Isaac, who's the iPhone, but they forgot to buy the charger, which was Murphy.
What did you think about Byron's director coming out and complaining about the price you guys paid for the striker? I felt like that was weird.
I think he's jealous. He had him lined up for Harry Kane's replacement. And Germany always buys German best players, don't they? Bayern Munich always get what they want. They offered, I think it was 50 million or 55 million. And then we went in and smashed it and got him for 72 million. And they obviously saying we've overpaid, blah, 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 blah. But we were put into a corner. We had to make moves and we had to sign someone, and we paid probably a little bit over the asking price. And I think the Bayern Munich chairman has got a bit jealous that he couldn't afford to do it himself or didn't want to. But he honestly saw Voldemort as Harry Kane's successor for the long term.
Yeah, I understand.
And that's why he's a little bit jealous coming out saying what he said. It just looks like a little crybaby, doesn't he? A bit like us when he's at that. Yes, right. That was my rant that I had yesterday. I think you caught that one, didn't you, Martin, about Tino?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree with me on those challenges? I don't know if you saw it, Ed, but like basically Tino got took out in the air. So he was off balance. The player went through him, which you're doing it waist down, which sends you God knows where. You could end up anywhere. He lands really badly. Could have done his ACL on his other leg. And I've seen it for years and years. And I'm not talking about the last couple of years. We're talking when Alan Shearer was even playing. So we're talking years and years and years.
I was with you.
Yeah.
Now I've seen it. I'm like, was it a harsh challenge? Yes, 1000%.
He was never getting the ball.
I'm not sure he meant it though.
It's not that you mean to hurt the player.
No, I'm not sure he meant it. I think it was just a good old-fashioned challenge, and unfortunately, Mendo's got hurt out of it.
Yeah, but you can't challenge someone from the ground when the other player's in the air. It should just be completely eradicated from the game.
But it started. Yeah, that I do agree with.
And I thought that moment. I know you said that Gabriel hands to the face moment. I thought that was the moment that changed the game for you guys, because as soon as he left the pitch, you guys just look more. You guys just put 11 men behind the ball and basically said we're playing for a draw after he went off the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, we went to a back five anyway. Even when
David's talking about the people in the chat, not me and Ed.
Right, okay.
David will tell you, I am the happy clappy one, as he knows. Yeah, it wasn't. That's what I mean. Was it a sending off? No,
not a sending off. But I just think that kind of challenge, needs to be eradicated from the game. They've done it in rugby. They've done it in American football. When a player's in the air, unless you're jumping with them to challenge, you should not be touching that player.
You say about Alan Shearer's elbows years ago, didn't you? Do you remember Alan Shearer when he just all elbows?
Yeah.
And that only changed when Gary Mabbott did his eye socket and everyone was moaning then as well. And gone on for years.
It has, yeah.
These sort of challenges.
Look at Harry Kane's made a living out of doing it. Defenders who jump in the air to head it, and then he sends them. And
I enjoyed the game more yesterday because there was a little bit of angst to it, and there was
a bit of needle, wasn't there? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think football's becoming a very soft game.
Oh, here we go.
No, he is right though. I mean,
soft. I mean, you've had this debate, Ed, at 4 in the morning on the spaces. It's becoming a soft ass game.
And Martin, what do I always tell you? The game has changed to more of a marketing appeal.
Yeah, it's turned to a game full of, and I won't say what because I don't want to get Bazzy's show cancelled, but it is.
It's more of a production now. You know, that's why we have the fireworks. That's why we have the lights.
Production. Go to the West End in London and watch the show. Go to
That's
New
why
York,
you have FIFA trying to keep teams at the top that are at the top, because that's who fans across the world follow, and they want to see those teams win.
Back in my day, no, I won't start.
A tackle was a tackle.
Back in my day, you were a man, my son, and if someone your teacher give you a clip, you used to go. You give them another clip when they got home because they must have done something. No, I'm joking. No meaning to that.
Yeah. See, I don't mind elbows for as long as you're not doing that. You know, in the summer.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing the
fine. I'm talking about someone jumping in the air and then someone coming and taking their legs out and sending them flying.
Oh, jumping. And Anthony Gordon, hang on. Whoa.
What do you mean?
Anthony Gordon does that.
Oh, what do you mean? Takes players
Anthony
out?
Gordon likes to take players out midair. And
I hate it. And I call it out.
He could be a bit naughty.
That's what I'm saying. Newcastle, you can't really,
but
Newcastle live on the edge.
We have it with Kushinoff. Kushinoff's a bit of a naughty player. He's a bit of a naughty player. He takes the ball, the man, the piece of grass, the turf, the standings, and everything goes out with it.
Yeah, but I don't mind the sliding tackle when a player's standing and they're going for the ball. I'm literally just talking about when a player jumps up in the air to get a ball, you should not be taking them out from the waist.
I agree with that.
Because it's dangerous, and it's why it's been eradicated from other sports, because you can land on your head, you can break your back. Dan Burns broke his back doing it. Livermento could have done his cruciate ligaments because he doesn't know how he's going to land, because he doesn't know where he is. He's lost all his senses. He doesn't know where he is on the pitch.
All his senses.
He has. I'll tell you what, man. The next time you're up, right, you can jump in the air and I'll just take you out and then we'll see what happens.
Well, he's not going to jump that high, Bass. He's not going to jump that high.
We'll make sure he's on a table and I'll just flip the table out the way and so there we go. Name a winner that doesn't have a bit of nasty. There's nothing wrong with having something nasty in. I'm just talking about a certain way.
Switch. He doesn't get injured.
I still don't like it.
Okay.
Because I've seen it over the last 20, 30 years of players who
I agree. No player should get injured, and I hope Livermento comes back and he's not out long term. I pray. I'm not one of these dickheads who goes, "Oh, I hope he gets injured and he's out for 6 months." No.
Oh, that was quick. Spurs were losing, now they're drawn.
Wow.
Against Bodo Glimp. No, honestly, Martin, I've said it for years and years and years. Watching football, and I've watched Harry Kane do it for years, where he just backs into players when they're jumped up in the air. And
I don't mind the
I hate it. I don't mind Chirauzery grabbing people by the throat, having a word with them, going in tough and tackles, things like that.
I think every team needs one. City have one, Kushinoff. You've got one in Anthony Gordon. Arsenal have a couple. It's football. You need one.
But Bass, how are you going to compensate with Livermento out? Do you see Eddie Howe doing 5 at the back, or because Trippier is only getting older, right? So do you see him playing every game?
I see him playing most of the games now. Yeah.
How's he ended up with another career again? Because he was out the door a year ago. You told me
he was. It was in the January window, wasn't it? He could have went to Bayern Munich.
Well, he was at Bayern Munich. Then he was doing other stuff. He was doing some off-field recreation.
Owners put. Yeah, he was doing a lot of shagging.
I didn't want to quite put it that way, Baz.
Shags who he wants, Kieran Trippier.
He's becoming Kyle Walker.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's back to his best now because of it, though. So he will play right back for most of it.
Late night shag got him sorted out.
Yeah. Kraft will chip in as well if we play 4-3-3. If we go 5 at the back, I will not be happy. Hi, Cafu.
I've heard about Kraft cheese, full of holes.
Krafu. Quality.
Okay, so you don't like the 5 at the back, though?
I don't like 5 at the back now.
Okay.
Not unless we're playing you guys. VAR Spurs.
Oh, VAR's disallowed the Spurs goal. But I thought Bodo Glimt were this easy team, Ed. This is what I got told.
But they beat them. Remember, they beat them to win they played them in the semifinal for the Europa.
Yeah, they did,
I'm intrigued in Bodo Glimt because we've got to go there is it December, John?
Yeah. It's going to be freezing too, man.
Who the frig wants to go to the Arctic Circle in December, John?
That is true.
No thanks.
Quick little poll I did today. Obviously, everyone expects a bit of a Newcastle win tomorrow afternoon, because it's
Be careful.
If you guys don't win, I saw like your other games are not easy.
No, they're not. But I even put in this very tough game after they beat PSV away in their first game. They beat them 3-1, and that is an impressive result.
He doesn't care about the Champions League anyway, and he's already out.
I've told you, it's not bread and butter, is it? How many times have we discussed about you guys saying you'd rather win the league than anything else? Because
I would, but we do 16, 17 years consecutively of winning of getting in the Champions League now.
Yeah, but we don't. And that's where we need to be.
We do semis, final, quarters.
2-1 v City away. True. Trips is now single, so no need to sell him now. I think we'll move. Was originally suggested to save the marriage. There you go. Marseille away will be a nightmare. Yeah, they're winning.
City getting knocked out of the group stage last season. It was like all hell broke loose when we got knocked out of that.
Yeah, but it won't be for us because we're not expected to win.
You sure?
Yeah,
I don't know, Bass. I don't know about that, Bass. I know you're saying that. I know you feel that way, but if you guys don't get throughout this group stage, a lot of fans are going to be questioning Eddie Howe if you guys can't get out of this group.
But why? It's hard to get out of a group stage in the Champions League now. It's not. It's a lot harder than what it used to be. Well, I think it is.
Well, Baz, anytime as you do better, expectations grow.
They haven't grown because of our summer spending and when the spending was done.
Okay.
See, I can be level-headed.
I'm bookmarking this right now. I'm bookmarking this. Okay, we're gonna revisit this.
You do that.
And if the house is on fire when you guys don't get out this group stage, we're gonna have a conversation.
We will. As long as our league position's better, I'll be happy.
See, came with the caveat. It comes with a caveat.
Our league position has to be better, otherwise, yes, then it looks.
If you finish
really
15th and don't get in the Champions League, then Baz will have a meltdown.
I think Twitter will implode. I think all the Newcastle fans, I don't think Eddie Howe will survive then if he did that, to be fair. Online fans will be up in arms. The sensible among us remain level-headed. Exactly. You should know. Martin, you know I'm level-headed. You're level-headed.
The level-headed ones of us get less and less each year.
And then we get called the happy clappers.
Yeah. You stop becoming level-headed and start being the happy clappy brigade and toxic.
The club spokesman. The club spokesman.
Yeah, the club spokesperson.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, me, apparently. Apparently I'm
right. See, Champions League is a luxury. We'd rather concentrate on league on both. I wouldn't even say both.
It's not a luxury for your owners, Mo. That's what I'm saying. It's not a luxury for your owners.
It is right now.
Not for owners.
It is. I say it's a luxury right now, even for the owners, because they know we're not in a position to compete for that competition yet. But they want to be in it because of the financial gains, the big advertisement boards and everything.
You get 5 million quid or something for winning. You get £1 million for winning the League Cup.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's the financial gain of being in the Champions League.
So you told me they're an investment fund. So which one is it? Because they're not investing in the League Cup.
Again, I've just said it is imperative that we get back in the Champions League again because of the financial status that it gives you Champions League football. But you can't do that unless you. But this is what I mean. So this is why I don't care about the Carabao Cup. I don't care about the FA Cup. I don't really care about the Champions League, whether we do well in it. I hope we do. I care more about being fifth or top four, because fifth will get Champions League. Let's face it, there's 6 English clubs in it. We're going to get enough points, aren't we, to be able to have that fifth spot again. So fifth spot should be our goal, because you get back into the Champions League again. You then can sign better players. You then get the bigger advertisement. The club grows faster when you're doing well in the league, not when you win the Carabao Cup, because you get £1 million, like you said. And it probably costs us more money due to players' bonuses and things like that than it is winning the Carabao Cup.
The League Cup's more for the fans. It's why it used to be called the fans final, wasn't it? The people's final. Was it the people's final? What was it called?
Yeah.
What was that name?
It's something like that.
Yeah, because it was about, because that's why
day out for us, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why the teams,
Wembley
the fans, you get the biggest allocation for the League Cup. You get, when you get to an FA Cup final, or I know you've been to one in the 90s, I get that in the 2000s winning
back to back.
But now you get 20,000. That's it in an FA Cup final.
Yeah, it's not for the club. It's not worth winning it because it costs them more money. It's more the prestige of winning the FA Cup because it's one of the oldest cup competitions.
Yeah. It's still one of the big three.
And you also get a Europa League place with winning the FA Cup.
Yeah, but I know City fans. There's a big City fan I know, Big Steve, top lad, goes home and away. He's there tomorrow. Big Steve, great guy, mate of mine. And like you said, he wants to win the Champions League over the Premier League. Well, I'm the opposite.
You want to win the bread and butter.
I want to win the Premier League, but some people, there are City fans who are Champions League wanting.
Well, when you get to your size and when you're winning everything, which you have.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Martin. I'm kind of leading to that UCL.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
But how many times have you won the Champions League? That's the thing. You've won it once. Exactly. So that becomes the poison chalice, doesn't it? Because you want to win that more now that you're in it.
Well, everyone thinks you just step into it and it's an easy cup to win.
But it's not, is it?
No.
Wish it was. The thing is, you've even got to change your tactics in that.
Yeah.
Because the way you play on a Saturday, you can't play like that on a Wednesday. Because teams like Bodo Glimt, for example, will low block you and not move.
Yeah.
You know,
and then you'll also come against great teams like PSG who will try and rip you apart as well.
Real Madrid, I never thought I'd see the day when Real Madrid will come to the Etihad and play a low block 10. I never thought I'd see that. But I did.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. Real Madrid is shit scared of us.
Yeah, it's just that the UCL, what it does, like, for your stature, too. You know, that's when you're talking about the difference between the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munich,
isn't it?
You know, that's when you can have, and, you know, United only has 3 too, right? So if we do get another one, it's something, you know.
Oh, uncomfortable conversations are going to be had then.
Yeah. So all those play a factor into it, you know.
Dash, I would agree, but as you know, our fearless leader is thinking something very, very different. He thinks we're going to have a very special season.
The thing is that with the Champions League, it always goes round in circles a little bit, doesn't it? There's always that one team that sticks out that you think they're going to win it this year. There's something special about that team, like PSG were last year. After they got rid of Mbappe and all that sort of stuff, they got a great manager in. They got players who were fantastic and worked for the team and got that mentality right. And PSG went on and won it. For me, this year, I'm looking at those 2 clubs again. I'm looking at PSG and looking at Real Madrid as the two clubs who can win it.
But I think the way we played against Arsenal also gave some fans some hope too, because it shows that we can play more of a defensive-minded game, and maybe we could pull that out against a PSG, against one of these other top teams in Europe too. So
yeah, and again with the PSG, someone mentioned out you can win it on penalties. You know, you can't win the Premier League on penalties. You've got to win it over a course of 38 games and being the best team in those 38 games. And yes, it was true that the City owners were interested in buying Newcastle United. Did speak to Mike Ashley, and he got drunk and fucked it up in their country, basically, and they didn't want anything to do with them. And that's why they bought City.
Well, they were looking at Everton. They had a meeting at
Everton. Yeah, they had a few, didn't they, in their mind.
Meeting at Everton and a meeting at Villa. The big thing for City was the stadium.
Oh, obviously, hold on. Yeah, I
mean, me.
Oh, Spurs are 2-0 down.
Their fans are going to be going crazy.
See, it just shows you, doesn't it? There's always a shock in the Champions League at some point in there. Hopefully Newcastle can shock us.
That'll be one tomorrow.
Yeah, we might win.
I meant Monaco beat City.
Oh yeah, well that as well. To be
Don't
fair.
even start that, Martin. Don't even start that.
Right, come on. 5 minutes left. Any last questions? Any last topic? One last topic. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
No, not for me. I have got one for the next show we do on ours.
All right.
I want to get, because you got me thinking on these 11s. I want to do a combined City Newcastle one.
Yeah.
Or the worst 11s.
Could do both.
Because I think that could be amazing.
The worst 11s will be funny. It'll be followed you. Well, again, I mean, there's obviously a few Man City players over the years.
Has to be in the Premier League game.
Yeah.
You can't be chucking your championship days in and me chucking in the League One days. Otherwise, that's easy.
Definitely won't. Let's have a look, see what the schedule's looking like next week.
Yeah, well, I've only got Monday because Tuesday we got Villarreal. We're away in Villarreal.
Let's do predictions, man, for the weekend.
2 seconds. 8th. I can do Monday the 8th.
Is that the 8th Monday? All right, we'll do
Monday the 8th. Yeah, Monday the 8th. Not a problem.
But predictions for what? We'll start with you.
No, it's not the 8th. Sorry, it's the 6th. Monday the 6th.
Monday the 6th. Baz, Union Express or whatever they're called.
Union St. Gallis.
Yeah. What's score prediction?
Tough one. Very tough. My head says 1-1. My heart says 2-1 win. Okay. And yes, Andreas Anderson will definitely be in there.
Forest at weekend, what are you doing?
I think we're beating them 3-1.
Oh,
I think things click a little bit next weekend. I think we get a bit of confidence from tomorrow, and I think we go in and beat Forest 3-1. I just think they're just like a lead balloon now, Forest, with Ange going in there. I think that was the worst fit possible. They've literally brought him in because he won the Europa League with Spurs, and let's face it, I think me and you could have won that as a coach and assistant coach together, beating Man United in the final. It wasn't exactly a great competition filled with fantastic teams, was it? Givash, God, yeah. Marcelino. We'll talk about that next week. Your predictions for tomorrow and the weekend?
I want to go for a 3-1 win.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Yeah, at the Stade Louis II car park.
It's a tough place to go to, Monaco, to be fair.
It's a car park.
Yeah, but it's a very rich car park.
No, they're getting slapped by everyone at the minute. I'm going to go 3-1. Haaland is going to feast yet again. Rodri's back. Foden will be on fire. I'm going to watch Vanderson, though. Ed, remind me, I'm going to do my Vanderson scout along tomorrow. So that'll be interesting. And then at the weekend, I think 2-0 away at Brentford.
Ooh, not many teams go to Brentford and win, including you guys as well in the past.
Yeah, they've got a PE teacher in charge.
We did that one, Davey. Episode 2, wasn't it?
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
Or was it episode 4?
Oh, Spurs 4.
Episode 4. Who scored, sorry? Spurs have scored 2-1. Yeah, we've done that already. We did a great, and I did say Shea Given, but I got outvoted with Joe Hart. And I've had a few Man City fans. I've had a few Man City fans come to me about that and say definitely should have been Shea Given, but there we go.
Shea Given over Joe Hart. There's nobody. You name me those City fans.
I can't remember now.
Name and shame. Stop lying. Name and shame.
No, honestly, I can't.
No City fan is putting just Shea Given up. No one.
They have.
Name and shame him.
I'll have to go back through YouTube and try and find the.
Send them my way. I'm not having it.
So that was right. But there you go. But yes, we will definitely do a combined 11.
Ed, what are you having?
Go on.
Tomorrow.
I'm going to go 3-1, and then for the weekend, I'm going to go 3-0.
I wish you did. I haven't got dandruff.
Exactly.
Not because of that either.
I love it. But yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been fun as always. I love doing it. Don't forget Martin's link to his channel is in the description. Click on it, subscribe to it. Catch us next Monday on his channel. I'll be pretty tight because I'm coming off night shift Monday morning, but I will stay up for you, Martin. And I'll do some homework as well. Because it sounds like we're going to need to. Because we missed a few players out last time, didn't we, on the combined 11. But yes, enjoyed it, Ed. Amazing. Sorry my guys couldn't make it. Apparently Superfan Dan had something go wrong at home, so he's had to sort that out.
I hope everything's all right.
I'm sure it will be. It always is.
Yeah, come and join us tomorrow if you want. Stateside Blues at 11:15 if anyone's awake.
When? Tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow night. I definitely won't be. Oh, actually, I might be awake. I won't be.
Monaco post-match.
No, I won't be awake. I'll be asleep. I'm on two day shifts, Wednesday, Thursday, then I'm Friday, Saturday, Sunday, night shift. If you did it on Thursday, I would have been able, because I'm up till
Thursday,
2 o'clock.
We're at 9:30. We're doing time for the youth movement, ?
Oh,
Mark, Jed Spence. I got to talk to Conway about Jed Spence. He is playing today, and he got beat for one of their goals against Bodo Glimt. We're going to have conversations with Conway.
You see what I do? We're keeping receipts over there, Ross.
you are. Right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next Monday. For myself, we might do...
Baz, before you go.
He does this every time, right at the very end of the show, doesn't he?
Wissa,
Yeah.
the savior of Newcastle, Wissa.
Can you believe he got injured? He hasn't been injured in 4 years. We sign him, he goes away on international duty, and he comes back fucking injured.
You know, because I don't think he's going to be playing meaningful minutes until probably late October, November.
Why are you asking this question when we're ending and we're sending into a big debate?
You'll be back after the international break, mate. So Brighton, hopefully. But there we go. Right. Okay. We'll see you again either tomorrow night or Thursday night. If not, Dan will have to do something on Friday night when I'm on night shift. And we'll be over on Martin's channel on Monday, which I'm looking forward to. Take care till then, guys.